Guys, it's day is it today? It's freaking Tuesday night. Let's switch this view. I'm doing a live, hanging out in the shop with Kenny. It's just trying out the lights. Got the Night Rider LED backup lights going. My marker lights aren't working. I've got the white plastic Kenny mud flaps. We've got the stainless steel light bar. And yeah, it turns out I think Kenny needs injectors. So yeah, I was going to try and order some today, but apparently there's like 3 in Singapore and I'm going to get like 6. Freaking, I don't know why my marker lights aren't working. Here, I thought it'd be some epic night shots. I got to get my my mirror lights working, and I didn't show it in the last vlog, but I got replacement chrome bezels around the headlights with marker lights because lights. But yeah, Kenny's got a little sex light under here. Hey, bud, Cody from Washington State. Hey, hi. Hey, thanks, Cody. Thanks for watching. I'm pretty good, Amos. Actually, you know what? I'm a little grumpy. I got some epic content that I have planned. So, yeah, here's me. Oh, there we go. You know, gosh, who thought being live could be so difficult? But yeah. So Kenny needs injectors. Now the hunt's on for injectors. I checked the oil level and it's over full, so that means it's putting oil in the base. Gave Kenny a little acid wash. Wheels are looking better. Shiny without being too white. Look at that pimpin' light though. That's kind of cool. Oh, hey, let's go inside. I'm going to show you this without screwing it up. Ugh. You know, got to give it the old man noises. Okay, it's dark in here, so bear with me. We've got pretty much all our dash lights are working except for a few indicators. But this is something I discovered. Look at that. Kenny's got blue lights in the sleeper. Dome lights. We need dome lights. But yeah, check it out. Back in the 80s, if all those lights were working, that would be the bomb. Yeah. Yeah, you bet. We can go for a ride. I'm going to shut this light off. I'm going to jump out. You know what? These Western Star switches are pretty cool because the tips of them glow. I'll stop bouncing around so much you guys can see it. But when you flip them on, they change color from amber to red. That's actually kind of cool. I'm going to keep those. Nice addition to turn those lights off. Well, that was a big click. Jump out of here without killing myself. That's a bit of a ways down. Oh, look, I'm wearing Crocs. Don't judge me because I'm wearing Crocs. Well, judge me if you want. I don't care. But yeah, so Kenny needs injectors. So we're going to turn the lights off. I'm going to jump out of here. We're going to do the swing. Woo! Yeah, pretty spry for a 48-year-old. Let's just say that. Let's turn the light on. Yeah, there we go. That's better. So yeah, Kenny needs injectors, and I'm on the hunt. As Twin Stick says, we're on the hunt, but we're on the hunt for injectors. Fix that. So I got a bill about that I thought I'd share with you guys. What would you think about a K100, just like Kenny, maybe Kenny's twin brother, with a 6NZ cat pushing some big horsepower? Yeah, what would you think of that? I know what I think of that, and it kind of gets my mojo going. So just saying, How many K100s are out there with friggin' 6NZ cat in it pushing 600 horse? Gonna have to start selling merch. That's what we're gonna have to do. Somebody suggested a GoFundMe. Do you think people would actually give me money to build a 6NZ powered K100? Painted BJ in the bear colors, of course. Now here's a thought. What if you did 2 K100s, BJ in the bear colors, 1 Cummins with the I wish I were a putty tat. And no, I actually didn't check the rear diffs for fluid. I probably should have. But yeah, do a Cummins powered one and do a cat powered one. But I'm thinking about doing some drifting. You know, I did the power slide not long ago by accident. And I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of fun. Something when I was hauling logs, I knew it was time to get back into truck sales when drifting around corners in the wintertime was like no big deal. You're just like pulling a set of trains. But you know what? That's what you guys, well, not everybody does every day, but loggers certainly do it a lot because icy roads, it happens. But yeah, so I'm thinking about a few builds. Thinking about the 6NZ powered 18 speed. I'm thinking about the traditional like Kenny with the old Cummins. And you got an old 74 K100 day cab with, oh yeah, that'd be good. Yeah. Hello, Stefan from Australia. That's cool. Yeah, so we're just throwing ideas around. So we're talking about 6NZ cat power, BJ in the bear truck. Might be cool because if you're going to go cat, like you might as well go big cat, right? Like big kitty cat. And I was also thinking, what about a drag truck? What about a cab over with a silver 92, like 115 injectors, maybe slap another blower on it and just make some ridiculous power. You know, I think that'd be really cool. But still not sure what to do about Kenny because these diffs are kind of toast. But you know what? Gosh, that's a horrible view. Sorry, guys. You know, these diffs, they're still holding oil. I didn't check them. You know, I really should, but I don't know if I can see it there. But yeah, frick, I left the backup lights on. I should probably turn those off. Yeah, so I didn't check the rear diffs. They're not leaking. I'll definitely try and check them, but with the condition that they're in, I don't know. It's kind of sketch. It looks, I don't know if, oh, that's probably an oil leak because that's right where my patch job is. But yeah, pretty happy with how these pipes turned out. Oh, I guess I should have saved that for the next upload on Thursday. But it actually sounds a little better too. Yep. Oh, and check this out. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'll try standing on this stool. No more beacon lights. Such a clean look. Looks way better without beacons. I also found some CB antennas. So I stuck some CB antennas on it because, you know what? It just wouldn't be a highway truck without some CB antennas. Sorry about the crappy video. The shop's kind of full. I still need to get this piece. I had, I remember your name, from Eastern Canada reach out and he had one of these. I got to get a hold of you and try and get that. I ended up getting mirror arms, so I don't need the mirror arms. These are actually brand new Peterbilt mirror arms. They kind of work epic. I just shimmed up with a bolt here and they're like perfect size. So I'm gonna wire these in. Of course I got heated because I mean PACCAR always comes from the factory with the heat convex. So you gotta have the heated convex. That's like the most important mirror. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed in the videos, but this step was haywired together down here. So I drilled out the rivets. I put in some bolts that I had just because I had them. Now this doesn't line up quite right because that should be on an angle. I'm going to get some carriage bolts from work. I meant to do it earlier this week, but I totally forgot, which is why it's just 1/4-inch holes, which is why I've only got one bolt in here. This was actually where they had a steel self-tapper that was put in and broke, which is a little hokey. I should clean that up. But yeah, we'll put some bolts in there, some carriage bolts, maybe shine her up. But it's tough now. Tough enough to hold my fat arse. Yeah, and this one here, look at how it's worn down. How many miles does it take for that? So that's another thing I got to take a look and see if I've got any Peterbilt grip steps that I could trim down, because it's really kind of the same thing. Got marker lights for here. Actually, this is hokey. I hate reflectors. If a light is supposed to be there, we're gonna put a light there. None of this reflector crap. All these winter front pieces are gonna come off when I paint it, because let's face it, Kenny ain't gonna work in the winter anymore. Kenny's gonna be a Pimpin' Mac Daddy truck. Pimpin' Mac Daddy. Yeah, I need a, just about said I need a bigger shop. I should have built a roof, but look at that, no beacons. Looks way better. Don't know why my marker lights quit working though. That's downer. You know, Dad suggested keeping this, and you know, for now it actually looks pretty good. I had a stainless slash steel sanding disc on my disc grinder, so I grinded that down, and doesn't look too bad. But we're definitely going to take care of this. But first, we got to get Kenny running right again. Being that Kenny's putting oil in the base, putting oil in the base. There's already oil in the base, you dingus. Fuel in the base, and ironically, it's still clean. Yeah, I should go show you guys. But so ironically, the oil is still clean, which is nice. Kenny doesn't smoke that much, but the kicker is, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it being dark, although freaking cell phone camera is doing a pretty dang good job. But check this out. I'm just gonna pull Kenny's dipstick out, and we'll go to the light. Go to the light. Go to the light, Mike. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. And this is why I got to stop driving Kenny and playing silly bugger. So if we look, the oil level, look at how clean that is. Where the frick is the oil level? It's like, oh yeah, there it is. Just a focus. Focus. You know, sometimes I have a hard time saying the word focus, because do you know what focus stands for? So the oil level looks like there. Or no, was it there? Frick, the oil's so clean I can't tell. Unless there's no, there is oil in it. Look at how clean it is. Like, that's kind of impressive. But yeah, the oil level, my gosh, I'm freaking blind. It's over full anyways. So the oil level's up here. So remember when I filled it up, it was down here. So being that the oil level's up here, that tells me that there's fuel in the base. So yeah, fuel in the base is bad. And you know, a lot of guys said I shouldn't have been revving it up like I was, but you know what? Like a kid in a candy store, you got a friggin' Jake and you can rev it up and make Jake sounds. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna do? I know what I'm gonna do. I mean, when I was a kid, I remember I'm working on trucks. Remember back in the old days when they're working on trucks? I don't know, maybe I'm dating myself now, but you go to a truck shop. Nowadays, you go to a truck shop and all you hear is them regenning a trucks, and the truck sitting outside just kind of lame. But in the old days, they were always revving them and jaking them. So it's like, run, run. I don't know if that actually fixed anything, but it sounded kind of cool. So when I got this thing and it was like I had the chance to rev it and do my own jaking, like, run, I had to do it. But yeah, this oil level, not good. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, Kenny's getting some fuel in the base now. Common problem with these Cummins, they've got they're actually rebuildable injectors. So I could buy all the parts and like rebuild the injectors myself, but I haven't seen that video on YouTube yet. So, hey, maybe if I can't find someone to do the injectors for me, I'll just take and rebuild them myself. I mean, really, how hard can it be? I rebuilt the transmission once myself with parts. My buddy Jeff worked at a Dodge dealer, and I had a Jeep CJ7, and we blew the transmission up. Well, actually, I bought it with a blown up transmission. We blew up transmission in his mom's car. Actually, that was Trevor's mom's car, and it was a Taurus. And I'm sorry, Trevor's mom, but we were actually doing reverse donuts and Rockfords, and that's why the transmission blew up. It wasn't just that Tauruses suck. It was kind of funny because after that, Trevor's mom was like, Tauruses are the worst built car ever. You know what? These Tauruses, they just don't stand up like the old LTD station wagon did. Well, actually, it was a pretty tough car because when you're doing front wheel drive burnouts and not that we would do front wheel drive burnouts in Buddy's mom's car because, you know, that would be wrong. But anyways, so gosh, I totally got off topic here. Went from talking about revving it up to yeah, fuel in the base, blown up transmissions. So I don't want to kill Kenny. Don't kill Kenny. So I'm going to get some injectors. So you know what? I got some driving footage in my last video. I actually did a little power slide. I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, but I had Tucker filming at the end of the road, and I was coming in hot because you know what? I wanted to see Kenny smoke. I wanted to see how he jakes. And if you notice, well, actually, you'll notice on Thursday when I jake in the video, there's lots of white smoke, and I believe that's all the unburnt fuel going out the stack. So, all right, that's what I was talking about. The injectors. So injector seals leak, dump fuel into the engine, and that's why Len parked this truck, was because it started missing. So we're gonna put some new injectors in and try it. And if the injectors don't work, we'll just keep building on it. We'll do what we got to do. I want to do some donuts. I know it sounds kind of bad to do donuts in a truck, but really in a cab over, I think your center of gravity is still fairly low because your engine and diff. So if I did do donuts in it, what would happen? I don't think it would fall over. And I mean, I know a guy shouldn't really do donuts in a truck, but you know what? I come from a logging family. Sometimes we do donuts not on purpose. Okay. Since it's a live video, I'm 17 minutes in. I got 100 people watching. You're probably bored to death with Mike's stories. One more. I had a self-loader. I was going up the Silver Skagit. You know what? Beautiful day. It was a Saturday. I think it was a Saturday. Anyways, going up to get a load. It's one of these roads where nobody drives on them very often. So it had, you know, like the leaves and everything fall on the road, and it makes like this hard pack to it. Didn't realize how slippery it was. It was slipperier than a mofo. Just a little bit of dampness on it, on that nice smooth clayey road with the leaves and stuff. I mean, if you ever slipped on like rotten leaves, you know how slippery that is. So anyways, coming down the road, there's a corner. No big deal. Try and stop. Oh, it doesn't want to stop. Oh, so then I realized I'm going to just drive into the river. So then it's like, okay, now it's fucking, oh, I didn't mean to swear. I didn't swear. Did I really swear? No, I don't think I swore. I didn't swear, YouTube. So yeah, both to drive off into the river, or I should say slide off into the river. Jam on the brakes hard. When you jam on the brakes hard, lock the back end, stalled the engine, truck starts sliding sideways. As I'm sliding sideways, it starts going around the corner. And then all of a sudden it's like, hey, wait a minute, I'm not going to the river, I'm sliding around the corner. So as I'm halfway around the corner, off with the brake, grabs traction again, foot back to the throttle, and away we go. So I power slid a tri-drive T800 Kenworth with my Vanguard loader around this corner right next to the Silver Skagit River in Hope. So if any of you guys are curious about, what is it, hour and 45 minutes east of Vancouver, Hope, if you look at, well, Hope's not very big, so just look for Silver Skagit and you'll see a logging road that goes up to the US border. And that's where I was. And after that, it scared the crap out of me so bad, I was doing like 20 kilometers an hour like an old grandma. And thank goodness nobody could see me because I scared the poop out of myself because I almost ended up in a river. But the big thing is I didn't end up in the river, and I learned something, that you can power slide a big rig and you won't die. It's kind of like power slide. And you know what? If you're used to driving a truck, it's really not a big deal. But anyways, guys, I'm going to go clean up my dipstick. You know, this dipstick, you know, maybe we'll use the other dipstick later. Did I really say that? Oh, gosh. Anyways, guys, have a great evening. Kenny's getting some injectors. We're sourcing them out. There's 3 in Singapore. I don't know if I'm going to go with Cummins ones. I'm going to look for some aftermarket ones first. because we're not going to kill Kenny. Here's a little sneak peek for you Kenny Live guys. We're still working on Petey. Petey's coming to the channel. Might be a little while, but we're going to get Petey. Don't you worry about that. Peterbilt Mike can't be on YouTube and be the #1 cab over ambassador without having a Pete. So we're going to do some epic stuff, and this is just the beginning. So you know what, you 118 guys that are watching, this is just the beginning. I'm talking 6NZ Cat, 18-speed, K100, Pimp Mac Daddy truck. You know what? I don't know if Kenny might end up being the daily. How cool would that be? You know what? We're going to get this 400 running. We're going to daily Kenny, and you know that's. I know I'm getting sidetracked here again, but I want to drive this for it. But we're going to drive it too. I'm going to drive it to work. I mean, it's short enough to fit in my parking spot because, I mean, look at him. I mean, my friggin' Super Duty, I think, is longer than Kenny is. And he's a heck of a fun thing to drive. He's got such a personality. I mean, when you're driving a K100, frick, it's just cool. I don't care who you are. The only thing that might be cooler, oh, who am I kidding? There's nothing cooler. There's nothing cooler than a cab over. Peter Kenworth, we're international. Actually, you know, those Fords, I thought they were kind of lame back in the day, but they're actually pretty cool now. But yeah, so it's going to be it's not just going to be a K100 channel. We got my peeps. We're working on the Peets. There's some issues with getting them. I have another K100 coming though. That's the big secret. But it doesn't have an engine, doesn't have a transmission. It looks very similar, but it's got some fairings on the side. It's got fairing. This is really hard. It's got fairings on the side. My arms. It's got fairings on the side there. Interiors looks pretty good. Seen it in the pictures. I committed to it. So that's the one I'm thinking. Repower. You know what? There's no engine in it. The frame is good. What a great time to sandblast and paint the frame than when there's no engine in it. And I was talking to one of our mechanics, Ryan. He's like a friggin' wicked engine mechanic. You should see his Super Duty build he did. He built a 6-liter that was just bulletproof, but wicked mechanic. And we've got some fantastic mechanics at Peterbilt. I just got to say, like, you know, Ryan, Tom, Richard, Scotty. You know, Scotty doesn't say much, but he's like one of those guys that he just gets at or does to work, and when you ask him a question, he knows how to fix it. Clint, our lead hand, Clint's a little bit anal. Sorry, Clint, but it's true. You're kind of a perfectionist. But that's the good thing about him. He's going to be a straight shooter. Like when your truck needs a regen or there's something wrong, he's going to be like, your truck needs this and it needs this and we're going to do this. And that's why we have so many happy customers, because we fix problems. We don't just reset codes. But here I go, sidetracked again. So yeah, talking with Ryan. We're talking about how cool it would do to be a 6NZ Cat cabover. Imagine that, a K100, BJ and the Bear. Like everybody says, okay, BJ and the Bear, it wasn't a K100E, it was a K100 70s. I think it was, oh, you guys will probably correct me in the comments, 78, 79. But imagine a BJ and the Bear truck with a friggin' cat in, not just a 4 1/4 cat or a 380 horse cat, but I'm talking 6NZ, big power, maybe even a retarder. Talked to a customer today that has a retarder in his back pocket. And all you older guys, you know what a retarder is? Everybody says, you know, oh yeah, cat. Cat's the best. Well, have you ever had the Jake on a cat? And I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but the Jake on a cat, it's kind of like putting your hand out the window. Here we go. It's like, am I stopping? Am I really slowing down? Cat Jakes suck. But that's why back in the day you had retarders. Cat, Jake, and retarder. That was cool. You pull the stick and well, I don't know. It kind of made a noise. I remember when I was a kid, one of the things we always had to do was replace the diaphragm in a retarder. And a lot of you guys, I know you know that little diaphragm, you know, it's not just for the ladies. You need that diaphragm for your retarder. But yeah, the new engines like an X15 with 600 brake horsepower makes old engines look like crap. But sidetrack, 6NZ Cat, K100, BJ and the Bear spec, stretched out, not too stretched out, because you still got to get it in the shop. That's going to be the Mac Daddy truck. Yeah, one of the Mac Daddy trucks. And then I was thinking about a drag truck too. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Well, I know I want to do that to that K100, but it's going to take some funds. I actually found a 6NZ Cat in a T800 that's clapped out. It's a repo. They're asking like 38 grand for it. And I was like, I'll maybe give you 7 grand for it because it's clapped out. Had a broken frame. I can tell it had a broken frame. Oh yes, because it's been inserted. And it, you know, if anybody knows or try drives with old New Way, especially if it was a Kenworth, frames broke all the time. Center diff, there's a row of 3 bolts, right? The front set of bolts, they break. That's just the way it is. Like, and lots of times Kenworth would bring them in without an insert, and that's where they broke. It was very common. I actually sold a truck that had a broken one. We didn't realize it, brought it in on trade and checked it, and it's like, oh, it's got a broken frame. But yeah, so I was looking at it because it would be a good doer for an engine, maybe a tranny core and some diffs, but it would be wide track. And you know what? If I was going to use those diffs for, I just about called Kenny Petey. Sorry, Kenny, don't be pissed. Yeah, if I put, I don't think wide track axles would look good on the cab over. I think it'd probably be kind of, for lack of a better term, gay. Not that there's anything wrong with being gay, but you know what? I'm using gay as a derogatory term, as the derogatory term would be. Not that it's wrong to be gay, because whatever. Who am I to say who you love? Whatever. I don't know. I love a truck, so. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna let you go. Just wanted to give you a shop update. Wanted to see my marker lights, and they don't freaking work. I got to get to work on this electrical. In my next video, you'll notice when I'm ripping her down the highway. And for the record, I did have a power plate with me. Look at that. Good night. Have you ever tried blinking? Frick, am I like retard? Oh, there again. I use the retard word. You can't say retard anymore. Frick's sakes. Can't freaking wink. Okay, I had an R plate. Wink, wink, wink. When I ripped her down the highway. But you'll notice in the video when I ripped down the highway that my Speedo's kind of bouncing around, and then it would like boop go off. So one of you guys commented that it's probably a poor ground, which shocker, this thing's like rustier than F, which is one of the reasons why it'd be nice to stretch them out and get the batteries out. I was actually thinking about putting, oh frick, guy.
198932334.
I'm busy. Yeah, I was thinking about pulling the batteries out from under the cab, putting them behind here, because under the cab, it's kind of a really hokey setup. They actually welded to the top flanges of the frame, which is a huge no-no. Now they welded lengthwise on the frame. And I mean, it was done years ago and it hasn't broke yet. So, and really what I'm going to do with Kenny, if it did break, just weld it up. So Kenny's got a pretty easy life here now. You figure this guy's been outside since 1988-ish. I'm trying to figure out if it's an 88 or an 89. And, you know, as a truck salesman, I should know how to read a serial number, which I do the newer stuff, but the older stuff, yeah, I have a tough time with it. But anyways, was built in 88, September 1988. So I'm not sure if back then, if that made it in 89, you know, like nowadays, if that was like in 1998, it'd be like 2007 because the model years now are just retarded. It's like, like, well, with pretty much all of them, our model year changes January 15th. Like, how crazy is that? So our model year 2023s will come out in January of 2022. So, but yeah, so since 1988, this bad boy's been sitting outside, and now he's inside in my man cave, Mike's garage. I'm Mike. This is my garage. This is Kenny. He's chilling. And anyways, guys, I'm gonna let you go. Just wanted to tell you about the injectors, and yeah, that's about it. Gosh, that's why I'm a truck guy. Friggin' English, like what's English for anyways? It's just a bunch of words. Gonna do some wicked stuff though. You know what? We're gonna pimp daddy out, Kenny. I just want to get these injectors fixed so I can go rip some donuts. Get K100.2. I got to find a way to get it home. I either need to rent a trailer and use a pickup, or I need to hire a buddy that's got a truck and low bed to go get them, because they don't have an engine or a tranny. But I just said tranny. But yeah, and you know what? Petey's coming home. I don't know when. I might have to build another shop, but whatever it takes, we're going to do it. And you know what? Maybe one day we'll build a Band-Aid Bandit tribute truck with a Silver 92 all pumped out with 115 injectors, and because that would be cool. So anyways, lots of exciting things planned. Gonna start some merch, because why not? We need to generate some funds so we can get some power in this bad boy and start driving him and get this sucker painted up. Because you know what? Kenny needs some love. He's had a rough life. You know how many loads this guy's hauled to friggin' Whitehorse in the Yukon in Alaska? Like, the stories this truck could tell, like, gosh, it's just awesome. So anyways, guys, that's enough for Peterbilt Mike. Thanks for watching. This is my live. Till the next video. Peace. Now, how do I turn this thing off? Not good at English, but I'm good at YouTubing. Well, who says I'm even good at YouTubing? I don't know. Freaking just put out some videos and wicked trucks.